Welcome to the third episode of me playing Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Last time we got a very interesting weapon and I'm very fascinated by this one because it's a steel longsword that has both a weapon and utility socket. The sockets in this game, as I explained last time, are for runes that you can make. And there are mainly three different types of runes. There's going to be a fourth one very late in the game, which I don't fully remember what it does. But the three main ones are weapon, armor, and utility. Utility can come up in a lot of different things, but getting one this early is really cool because utility runes can do stuff like giving you health regen, which is something that I always like, so that I don't have to just use another health potion on every single boo-boo that I carry through the battles. So yeah, while I cannot even equip it because it's level 3, I'm really looking forward to being able to use this. But yeah, first up we'll have to do some stuff to even get to a sagecraft table, which is where we can get the runes and all the stuff from it. Also, I might not even have all the things required in order to craft such a rune. Initially, I wanted to go with the apothecary quest today, but I think we might go for the one over here because the sagecraft table is behind these closed doors, and for that we need to talk to Father Dinwell.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Mitharu is at work.
You need aid?
We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Phalanx does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens.
I will help, I'll find him.
Mitharu be praised. His order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms.
Yeah, where should I look? We'll look in the forest and just go from there. I'm also considering when it comes to some of these quests, while I would like to accept a quest, do it in the episode and then move on from there, there are a few that likely are not going to work out like that. There are some that are spread across multiple areas and some of them might be too high level. I should maybe also explain how the level gating works in this game, so while we march over here and hopefully find Brother Egan, let's just talk about that real quick. So basically each area has a level range. Let's say one goes from 5 to 15, and when you arrive there are basically 3 things that can happen there, or 3 things that are possible. You might be below the minimum level, you might be somewhere within the range, or you might be above the maximum level. And whatever you are when you get into that area the first time, that's going to lock the entire area to a certain level. So let's say you are level 3 going to a level 5 to 15 area. You will lock the entire thing to level 5 because that's the minimum level that it can be at. Also, that dude is just running into the next battle instead of talking to me. If you are somewhere within the range, let's say you are level 9, then the entire area will be locked into level 9, permanent to your entire playthrough. And yeah, let me just bombard that dude. if you go there with level 17 or something, so beyond the maximum level, it's just gonna be locked at the maximum level. So in a way, me going into new areas with low level might not be the worst thing. But yeah, if I'm not careful, stuff like this can happen. Jesus Christ, that was stupid. Thankfully, the game auto-saves every time you go into a building or out of it. So we'll just have to basically repeat everything that we've just done.
Welcome to St. You have arrived.
And just skip through everything.
Please find him. May Mitharu protect you.
But yeah, since we now came out of the building, we might be able to get new loot over here. I mean, I didn't even open this one before. That's not really all that amazing. I'm going to scrap that. Daggers of skill, I don't care. Longbow. I'm going to keep it for later. I don't always like the scepters too much because in the end they cost me mana and I would like to have the mana for something else as well. It's kind of fun right now, and I should also put the quest back on as marked. Just so that I march towards the right thing here. But yeah, anyway, when it comes to the level stuff, I might be able to lock some stuff to lower level, which isn't really going to be that interesting once we get to it later again. But if I'm way below the minimum level even, it's not going to work out for me either, so yeah. And that's all my mana gone. So, sword it is. And yeah. I mean, this thing does a good amount of damage. I could also try disassembling one of these. I think I have a second one. And then I could forge it together again with a hilt that has elemental damage. Given that I think I have a hilt like that, but I may also want to level up my blacksmithing beforehand. Allows me to add more support items which can give me more effects. Okay, where is that dude? Right there. Brother Egan.
Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casmaran the Eternal, messenger of the Fey folk? Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still precious.
Okay, I'm curious.
I'm new to the Feylands. Until I joined the mission, I'd never even left my home village. That's why I volunteered. I wanted to see the world. I want to visit the gardens of Issa, to meet gnomes and Alfar, to live. The Order of Mitharu was a good way to leave home, but I want so much more.
A lot more timid now, but what's with Casmaran the Eternal?
It sounds rather silly, doesn't it? I had a feeling it would. I need a mage name for when I become all-powerful, for when my magic is so great that no one will dare dispute me. What about Abner the Visionary, or Malik the Nefarious, Lord Zaltanus? No? Then those were the good ones.
Oh god. Anyways, I'm here to rescue you. You idiot.
Wait! Father Dinwell sent you, didn't he? Old fool. His path to power was too plodding, and now he wishes to slow me down too. I have new friends, Fey friends. They are named Finna and Arbos, and they have sworn to share their secrets with me and to gift me with true magic. In exchange, they want an ancient treasure buried in the caverns of Waterhall Down. I'll retrieve it, eventually, as soon as I, feel like it.
Casmaran the Eternal might not be all that eternal after all. But who are Finna and Arbos?
They are Fey twins, and they are beautiful, magical creatures. They've promised to teach me magic, to help me see the world as it really is. All they require of me is to fetch for them this relic. It's quite a bargain, believe me.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck.
Good riddance. You'd likely cheat me out of the treasure anyway.
Okay, I guess I have to help him.
Now you're interested. I see what you're after. You're selfish like all the other mortals. No matter. If you wish to help, then so be it.
Yeah, you'll die without
Fine.
me.
If you want to be so noble, but don't expect any of the treasure. This is my key into a powerful new future. A future full of magic and wonders. Let's go. Goodbye now.
So the cool thing is, if you are following a guy like this, he'll run away from you, he'll be a bit ahead of you, but if he is too far ahead, he'll just stop for a moment. So yeah, they are a bit faster than you. Didn't get that guy. Also, I don't know who came up with the idea of calling these brownies, but here we are. I'm gonna cook some of them. Bum bum bum. This is like a flag cannon, but magical. Boom, 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 boom. I wonder what kind of extra attacks you can get from them. This might be something that I really should try out, just level up all the stuff and see what happens. I got a pretty good idea on what I want to do in the end, but that doesn't mean that I have to go there right away. Especially since right now a few other weapons feel much better. You really need to spec into the Fey Blades and get some good ones in order to make them work out.
If we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. I have no courage to speak of. Honest. Ask Father Dinwell.
Okay, I'll go back and ask him real quick. Just stay alive, okay?
Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armin the Clever retreated to these caverns to hide his treasures from mortal hands. Among them, the Selkie Veil.
Yeah, so Armin the Clever is going to be a reoccurring figure here. I don't think we'll ever meet him, but there are a few treasures here and we need to find keys in order to unlock the treasure chests and that kind of stuff. It's a whole thing, but yeah, plus a bit extra on the side. Not that I can just ask him about that. But then let's go here real quick and open up this pile of loot. Steel daggers, nothing too bad, but don't care. That might be for later. I mean, don't I have another helmet that I might be able to wear now? Oh, I need still a bit more sorcery stuff. I might not ever get that. Might be another thing to disassemble at some point. Get a good support component out of it. I mean, it's a bit random what you are going to get from disassembling items. We'll see that once we get there. Also, I should at some point get into trading, but trading costs about 15k on the low level. So that's not really viable for me right now. Let's check out a few more loot piles. Let's sell that. Oh. 2 utility slots. Are you crazy? Yeah, I'm going to equip that right away. And here are some support components. Plus 3% critical hit. That's okay. I mean, it's better to have than not. Fine leather hood. That's... yeah. Finally something. I can also in the options turn that thing off if I don't want to see it, if I'd rather see my character's face all the time. Oh yeah, and there are also some mines here and they hurt. So, quick save. Thankfully they are a bit slow, so if I just walk through that I should be fine. 8 finesse. Yeah, I desperately need that. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I level into right now, but I need to level into something because I need better gear. Oh, shiny. Also, yeah, that's a bit of an ambush. And welcome to Shakwams, Xena's weapon. If you don't remember that old show, that's quite a good one as I remember. And yeah, we can now hold 2 of these and just... These are basically magic weapons and they are fun. Silver Nugget, Jeweled Bracelet, Ammon's Key Autumn, and yeah, that's one of those. I think there's 5 of them. 4 seasons, and then I don't know what the 5th is, but I'm pretty sure there's a 5th one, and it completely, yeah, it completely confused me when I found it. I mean, chainmail gauntlets, let's just add them to junk. I need to get the level first, and at that point, who knows what I'll have. Yeah, I don't need that either. Oh, I can actually level up right now, so let's do that. Okay, we have 1 point in Sagecraft already. I cannot put anything more in Detect Hidden, not that I really need to. We should get into blacksmithing. Can harvest components from some enemies in the world. Effectiveness of repair kits increase. This is really the one that I want for making my own stuff. Because at that point I can make them easily a bit better than the stuff that I find around the world. Might also mean that I make something that I cannot even equip due to level restrictions, but yeah, we need to start getting into this. This is gonna be a game changer once we get enough stuff. Also, I think I have multiple things that need either might or finesse 8, and I cannot get either of those. But I want to level this one anyway, so let's just put all the points in that right now. Even with dual builds, it might be better to maybe spec into one thing more than the other so that you can unlock some of the items earlier. Just fulfill the level requirements for the stuff that you want to equip. Another loot pile. Find birch stuff. I mean, let's burn this and let's also take a quick look at the stuff that I can equip now. I mean, this doesn't really do too much without the sockets, but I'm gonna keep this around. I think those can go bye-bye now. They didn't really do much for me. Oh, I can equip steel chakrams now. Let's do that in a moment. Crude steel chakrams and regular steel chakrams. So yeah, despite being level 3, it's worse, so I'm not going to take that. I don't really need that either. Bird Spectre, yeah, whatever. No, I'm going to stick to the chakrams. I was considering to check out the elm bow, but I don't like the bows right now.
You must find the veil.
Oh, there's another one. These things are also going to become much more vicious in a bit with the next area. Because basically there are different champions of different elemental types and they are going to share the powers with the regular ones. Yeah, that doesn't really matter too much. Oh, that's a bit better, so I'm going to take that one. And we should be good here. Anything over here? Ooh. Okay, some of the items are parts of sets, and if you find everything, which I think is kinda random, you get bonus stuff, but honestly I don't care enough about that. I mean, I should equip it anyways, because this is just better than what I have already. Just from the base stuff. Oh, Necklace of Mending. 5 bleeding resistance, yeah, that can go away. Iron Buckler, I might wanna keep it around for disassembly. I'm still not too sure if I want heavy or medium armor. But yeah, let's get that one. Oh. I might not be able to ever disassemble that, or at least not anytime soon, because it's a blue item. And that's going to need quite a bit of leveling in blacksmithing. But this would be cool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sell it instead. Yeah, that one we can keep. That one we can get rid of. It's also sometimes a good idea to keep a balance between the stuff that you keep and the ones that you just sell, because money is also pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to sell that, and there's another shard, which is nice. Okay, let's be safe about this. Because this can happen, and it can happen really easily. Okay, it's likely better to not activate the first one on the way in and just go off the side. But yeah, this is the veil that we are looking for. And I'm just gonna take it because I can't really do much else with it since it's a quest item. I mean, there is a chance that we can hand this over to the Fane a bit. As if. Like, I'm not just giving back my loot, what the hell. Ha. Okay, back into order, Raf. Always keep an eye out, because there are often some chests hidden here and there. Especially on these upper ledges in areas that are just basically exits. Didn't have enough mana. Another archer. Don't really want to mess with them. There's 2 more archers, damn it. And I think my companion just went down. They auto-revive, so it's not really too much of a problem. You know what? I don't know why that chest just exploded in the background, but here we are. Let me just get these guys dealt with. I could potentially try and pull somebody else from the camp, but I don't care right now. It's kind of part of a different quest. That's going to give me items, and I don't really want to deal with them right now. There's a whole other thing that we could do in order to get the item problem sorted out. Frostbite. That's a unique weapon. Or epic or something, I don't know. But yeah, we cannot disassemble it, and I'm just going to sell it. I mean, that's... Never mind. Oh, that's like a great sword. You know what? Let's try it out. I think it might be the second slowest type of weapon, but I mean that damage is damaging. Yeah. I mean, the sword is basically as large as the person carrying it, so that's quite something.
Let's go.
So let's meet Finna and Arbos over here.
Now, what is this? My little Egan has made a friend? I have a feeling this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, me too. You don't really look Fayish.
Obviously, anyone who has ever glimpsed a Fae would know that. Unlike little Egan here, your head holds more than fantasies. The Feylands are such fertile ground for games. The inhabitants are so oafish you can fill your pockets with hardly any effort. Are you going to give us what's rightfully ours, or do we need to start a new game? My brother and I are always ready to play.
Also, how the hell does he think that's a Fae, but doesn't think that I'm one as well? I mean, we are from the same race, so am I not pretty enough? Anyways, the veil is mine. I could try and convince them of something, but no, it's mine. I'm
Good
gonna take it.
choice. Besides, Egan was just an instrument, a tool, as I'm sure you discovered. He can be disposed of, and so can you. Goodbye for good.
Did I tell you about the sword that's as large as I am? Wee, that was a charge attack. Ah, arrow to the back, that's poor sportsmanship. You know what, let's just get rid of Arbos first. I'm basically playing ping pong with him. Whoa.
I didn't know. How could I? Before I came to Gorehart, I'd never known anyone outside my immediate family. Everything was so new, so magical. You must think me a fool.
Yes.
And Father Dinwell. Come, let's return to the mission. I must ask forgiveness of so many. See you later.
Got anything to loot from you guys? Nope. But yeah, I could have basically lied to them, told them that the veil is cursed, and that would have been it. But I like me a good fight. Hollow lock, steel caress. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Don't wanna keep it. I mean, it's a basic thing. I could disassemble it. I would like stuff to have a bit more going for it. And also usually the crude items are worse than what you would get if you just disassembled and reassembled them with the same components. So they are really of shoddy craftsmanship. And while you can later get some more support items into your self-crafted items, you always get like the same base effect and all of it. It's not like they magically make the same things, the same components stronger by just you having a higher level in them. I had to do it. Okay, but the doors are magically open now, so this is nice. Just gonna wait for that dude to walk over.
Great Mitharu, Egan has returned. As for you, you have done as I asked, and we here at St. Odwig's are forever grateful. Consider this meager reward a donation to your cause. It is just one, to be sure.
Decaying daggers. Yeah, alright. But you know, we now opened the mission, which also means that we get access to the Sage Crafter. And we might be able to do some cool stuff here. I'm also going to take on the next quest over here, which isn't really going to be something that I'll try get finished, because this is just a fetch quest and it goes across, I think, the entire world here. Brother Till's collection. This bookshelf houses the collection of Brother Till, the late scripture master of St. Oldwig's perpetual mission. From the looks of the titles on the remaining books, Till's literally interest tended towards the loot and lascivious, whatever. The loot stuff. You may retrieve all of the missing volumes and return them to Till's collection for a reward. This is going to take ages, and therefore I don't care too much about it. There's another quest down here, and I think that's the first one to maybe keep in mind for later, but not really approach right now, because while I would rather finish all the quests in this area before moving on, this one in particular is going to go into a much stronger area later. Anyways, let's check out the Sagecraft table. So we can get 3 different types of gems here, and also a few other options that we need to unlock first. Let's see if I can make a good utility gem. 10% health. Let's see what happens if we combine 2 protection shards. So yeah, in the end it really depends on the stuff that we combine here. 3% critical hit, maybe protection, and that's it. 1 health regen per second. Not 0.1, 1. I think that's the strongest combination that we can get right now. There is the chance that we might get the same thing or the same base effect, but stronger or weaker depending on what we choose. For example, that's now 0.1, but I think that's the best that we can do in that regard. We can also try crafting a weapon shard right now. I would like a fire thingy magic here, but I don't know. 5 physical damage, that's not too bad. Okay, let's just... lightning magic, 9 damage. Oh, okay, The shocking damage over 5 seconds is not really all that amazing, but the higher base damage is pretty nice. 15% chance to steal 5 health per hit. That's pretty good healing. I think I need that. We should also be able to get this stuff out again if we need to. But let me check something. We can also socket items, so this is what we need to do right here. And we might also be able to remove that later down the line. So yeah, we're definitely changing back to this weapon now. Didn't I equip both of them? Okay, nice. So we are now regenerating much faster, so that's not only going to be really good between battles, but even during active battles it might make the difference between taking another hit or just falling to the ground dead. But yeah, that other quest, it's going to take a while, and therefore I don't want to go into that right now. There's also just a chest standing around here for no reason. Might as well, don't mind me, I'm just practicing my skills. I mean, that's good ropes, but I don't think I'll be leveling that anytime soon. Boiled leather boots. Yeah, I'm going to keep them for later. And we can also search through the well. Steel Fey Blades. And I'm selling those. Linen Cowl, yeah, not leveling into that. Daggers, I don't care. We might also wanna check out the other places in here. Okay, there's actually quite a lot going on, but I don't think it's going to be too important. Yeah, I just helped the mission, so now I'm going to loot it for all it's worth. Ooh, protection shard. There should also be an upper level, which might be pretty large here. Anything in here? I don't care. Anything else? Elm Longbow, I might disassemble it at some point. Bit of gold. Don't really care too much about the bookshelf. Oh, 17 gold. Up here we might find something. Oh, including a chest. That might be worthwhile. The desks usually just have some bookshelves, or bookshelves, I mean just books and documents. Morning prayer, I don't really care too much about that one. And farmers items or peasant items. They are interesting later down the line, but right now they would just fill up my entire inventory and I don't really care about that. But there is something that we could do, and I'm considering to maybe do it today. There's another short quest regarding the mission, and I want to do that real quick. And then we might go on to a little tour. But first, let's talk to Zelda.
Come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to every village. It's on every tongue. We are so close. St. Odwig's cannot resist much longer. And once it relents, all others will follow in its wake. The tome will be ours.
Yeah, so what's going on?
Father Dinwell is denying that women can be ordained as members of the Order of Mitharu, despite scripture to the contrary. I know that they've got the proof in their reliquary, an ancient ordination tome, but they've never let me close enough to get a glance. All are welcome into Mitharu's embrace. Ha! The hypocrites.
Yeah, I'll get the tome
Don't
for you.
commit any crimes on my account. Of course, if Mitharu compels you to see justice done, then I won't stand in your way. The Brothers of St. Odwig's perpetual mission keep the valuable tome in their reliquary, but no one outside the Order is allowed a glimpse.
Yeah. So that's pretty easy. We just go in there, we steal one item, bring it back out, and that's the end of the quest. There's also more stuff to steal here. Ordination rites. Loot chest. Desire. I cannot disassemble it right now. I don't think I'll ever be able to because it's a purple item. So let's just... inventory full, that's neat. We should go to a trader. She's just sleeping in front of the steps.
Great
Okay.
Mitharu, you found the ordination tome. I'd give a sack of gold to see the look on Father Dinwell's face. He
Well, you
will
better
no
do.
longer be able to deny my entrance to the Order. Mitharu does embrace all. Thank you. I won't need any gold as a servant of Mitharu. Take what I have. It's yours. I will remember you in my prayers.
Oh, and another level up. That's nice. Okay, so first up, let's sell our junk. We'll likely take care of her later.
Everything I've done may be ruined.
Yeah, I don't care, just take my garbage.
Please come back.
No. At least not today.
Stay indoors after sundown.
There's also backpacks in this game. I think one of the traders here in this town has one, but I don't have the money for that right now. But yeah, we should be able to at least get some stuff here. Oh, weapon socket, that's nice. Not as good as the thing that I have, but sure. Longbow, I mean I can only really disassemble it. Longsword of skill. Yeah, no, but I'm gonna keep it anyways. That might be a good one to sell later down the line. Might be actually part of that set of which I got the boots now. Can I equip that thing? I didn't even look. Boiled leather armor. Oh, I put it into the junk, so... Yeah, I can put that on. Why did I not do that? I'm an idiot sometimes. I'm just not looking close enough. Look at my fancy armor, but don't look too close. You might recognize that it used to be yours.
Never surrender.
Okay, now to the level up. I wanna go for blacksmithing. And that means that the last two that I have here need to be trained. I cannot put any more points in here right now. There's a system to this. Basically, each skill or each different skill type has 4 trainers. But they are level gated. So there are always 2 basic trainers and they can only train you if you have 0 to 3 skill already. So right now I have 2 and there are 2 trainers here. So the next one would get me from 2 to 3 and the last one would get me from 3 to 4. I cannot use the basic trainer if I'm already at 4 points. So while I could reset all my skills, I would like to avoid that. At least I don't want to do that all the time. So right now this is going to be it until I find a blacksmithing trainer. Or better like 2 of them. And then there's one from I think 4 to 6 and then 7 to 9 and that's about it. So that's not really a problem anymore at that point. Okay, but I want to get up to 8 finesse. I don't know what these are. I think this might be from one of the items that I have already that it gives me additional points. But yeah, I know it's delayed special attacks for daggers and fables. Yeah, I'm taking that. And I'm putting the rest into might abilities. Okay, this is special attacks from block for the sorted. Yeah, I don't care too much about that. I wanna use this one instead. Oh, duelist. 6 finesse and 6 might. Gives me 15% melee attack damage and 7% range damage. Yeah, I'm in for 15% more damage here. I should also look at my abilities and try to map them differently. So I want this one to be over here and I want this one to be on this part because that's basically how I always use it. So that's pretty cool. Basically what I can do now is, you know what, let's try and avoid hitting anybody, even though it doesn't do much, but it's basically this. And that's 3 different attacks and they make the ground go do stuff. There's been an unfortunate victim over here. It's gonna be delicious for once properly prepared and cooked. But yeah, I think I'm done with all the stuff regarding the mission over here. Oh, there's another one.
Hello.
Gisela Wolf. Yeah, that's from 2 towns over. You know what? That's something for later down the line. Maybe next time. But I want to check out, do I have anything that I can equip now that wasn't possible before? I mean, this gives me just 20 health flat out. Could also sell this one now. This isn't too great, but I can put on this helmet. I think I like... Oh, I can't even put that on at all, never mind. I should get rid of some of these. You know what, I'm going to be wearing the stolen one. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of these items. I can maybe try disassembling them, which is really the only reason why I want to keep them. Use of fire version. Yeah, let's go disassemble some of these because I would like to sort out my inventory a bit. I mean, even if I get the wrong item now, it doesn't really matter too much. None of what I have is really permanent. Everything is going to be later replaced by something else. Okay, so I get weak rivets out of the longbow. The next one has simple bindings. The boots for some reason give me 2 leather heels, and that's pairs of that. The cuirass gives me the steel chest piece, which is nice. Oh, this is actually quite a lot. Neat. Another longbow, weak rivets, crude fulcrum weight. This one, steel blade, yeah, that's going to allow me to make my own one. If I get the hilt as well. Don't get anything for the buckler, or at least not anything that I really want. And now I could theoretically go in here and make my own blade. Starting with a steel blade. I even have a basic flamed hilt already, and then I can add another support item. Likely would be going for the 3% critical hit chance. I could also put in something that increases my health. But yeah, this would be my custom sword, and I mean 40 damage compared to 29 is quite a lot. But I could have also increased the damage output of the sword that I have equipped right now by just having a different set of gems in there. But I decided to go for something which is more sustaining for myself, and that's something that the new longsword would be lacking. So while that thing definitely has something going for it, it's not perfect. Maybe if I put the revitalizing gem or even 2 of them into the chakrams, we might be looking at a winner here. But I would have to try that first, and honestly at this point, let's just try the other thing. We might be making another long episode through that. But yeah, that's just the start of that quest. And it can go on, or not the quest, but I mean the entire system. And that thing can go on for quite a while with how you get all the different components, how you put them together, the stuff that you can try and get back from things that you crafted already or found somewhere along the way. And it's pretty cool, but also kind of complex, and you can really get into it. And in the end, once you get enough skill points into blacksmithing, it's really rewarding. And yeah, I'm now also good enough to do some of this stuff over here. Can I please get the contents of my bag? I should also try and help that other person talk to her, but honestly, I know what's going to happen. It's for some DLC quest. Just an NPC sprinkled in to get you interested in the whole thing, but I'm so far away from doing anything with a DLC. And I should also just rush through some of these areas because we have another quest to do in order to unlock the whole thing that I'm after. It's not gonna be a long one, but it's going to be in a different area which might be higher level.
Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here.
Yeah, that's for the DLC. Not interested in that. That dude here is just another base quest for this area. I don't consider myself being officially in this area. I don't identify as member of whatever that is. I hit the wrong button again. Yeah, I'm not really part of East Odarath. I'm just running through here. So don't mind me. The only thing that I'm going to do in this area right now is try and get the fast travel point for the for that castle over there. And maybe beat up a few wolves here. Never mind, this is a really bad idea. Oh, fuck you. I like that the shackworms have a bit of area control. So they are working out really well here. I know what this is not working. Leave me alone. Okay, got at least those two. There were a few other beasts there and I don't care. I don't wanna deal with all of them. So we could theoretically fast travel to this place now. We are going to leave it alone because once again, other faction with a long quest. But we'll get back here sooner or later. There's another interesting quest regarding that. Some of the way we put that into the scene and everything, it's nice. But it's a long time before I'll be able to show any of that. Yeah, the enemies are a bit tougher in this area. I'm not supposed to be here yet. Oh, that's a lot of loot. I mean, nice. But maybe for later. I can also get another temporary thing from the shrines, just a little positive effect here. Also, I think I'm going down the wrong way. I remember this one and it's not where I'm supposed to be. I actually need to stop pressing the stupid button for the Steam overlay. I need to get into Webwood and battle the web designers. You know which ones I'm talking about. So let's just run through here.
What's this? Rogue's blood on my door.
And yeah, this is the exit that I wanted to take. This is also where we can find Arden's hut, so that's for the main quest, but I think I said that already. I think it might be a better idea to wait for that until I actually want to continue the main quest. But there's no way in hell that I'm going down into Ettenmere yet, and therefore I'm not going to do that. So here we are. Webwood. Time to save and time to run in and hopefully survive. Okay, right into the town of Kennerock. And right into the web designer's fangs. Am I even doing damage to them? I mean, yeah, I am. It just doesn't seem to have much of an effect. Just a bit too little. Let's make good use of this ability. I mean, if anything, this sword should keep me alive, and that's really all that I'm after right now. Yeah, the health regen is really nice, even though I'm still slowly dying, it seems. The poison here is rough. But I think the lifesteal might also happen if I don't use the sword, so I might be a bit better off using other weapons. Go ranged. Also, let's try and avoid these kind of things here. Okay.
Thank the gods, somebody finally came. Tell us, are you from Gorehart or Dyden Hill? How many warriors travel with you? It seems you're not the assistance we requested, but don't think me ungrateful. I could... Ganarok could use someone of your particular skill.
Mm-hmm. What's happened to this town?
We sit on the border to Webwood, most of us silk farmers. Normally, we rely on our bridges and an ancient Summerfey aura to guard us. But of late, what defenses we have are failing. These monstrous spiders strike at us from all sides. They've even gotten as far as Yolvan. A week ago, a team of hunters was led by the village's chief defender, Barton. We need someone to go find him and his party.
I'll find him for you.
Good. I have more information to give you regarding Barton and the hunting party. But let's not give anyone false hope. And these townsfolk are growing hysterical. Meet me on the southern bridge and we'll continue our discussion. Good hunting!
So yeah, that's exactly the quest that we need to do for what I want here. It's not gonna be a long one. I mean, there is a longer quest here, and we are basically starting the first one in a longer chain. But it's not a big deal. We are just going to find that dude, bring him back, and that's about it. That's where I get my reward. And everything that really goes deeper into the story and that has to do with this entire town, that's later down the line. So I'm just gonna do the first part until I get what I want. And for everything else, I'll come back later. Might also loot a few more things here while that dude slowly walks over to where he wants to be. So usually for this playthrough I wouldn't do that because I want everything to be somewhat linked together, but this is a bit of an exception because this is going to give me something really good in terms of utility.
Speak with me a moment while we're away from prying ears. Ganarok is looking to me for leadership, and I'm more than happy to give it to them. However, if Barton returns, that all evaporates. Let me put it this way. It is for the best that he is dead. Do you understand?
Why?
He's a stubborn and superstitious fool. He'd have the entire town chasing shadows instead of harvesting riches.
Yeah, that dude is just greedy. But yeah, I don't need to hear it.
It would do you well to befriend me. So long as I hold sway in Canarok, I can pay very well for your loyalty. But I understand your initial reservations. I don't need you to accept immediately. Just think about it. When the time comes, I have faith you'll come around.
Yeah.
Good hunting!
So that dude is just greedy. And in the end, I played both versions of this. It doesn't really matter. One of them is gonna get replaced by the other, depending on which you decide on, and that's basically it. The entire quest goes the same way otherwise. Just changes who you are going to communicate with. And yeah, as per usual, since we are not really in the area that I'm meant to be in right now, I'm not going to take on any quests here. I'll just march through and do my thing. I do not get eaten in the process. Okay, this is getting spicy. Right into their fangs. Okay, I cannot do any charged attacks with this weapon yet. Was just checking. Which is why I didn't move for a moment. That again. But yeah, I'm way under level for this one, so I'm kinda getting my ass kicked. It might be a bit worse inside the cave. Come on, let me at least loot that guy. Ghost, Rabbit Bug, Little Bracelet, that can be junk. Warrior's Medallion. I mean, 10 health. Maybe if it was 10%, but that right now, not too great. I'm gonna keep that around. That's gonna be real good in a bit. So, this must be one of the weirdest dungeons in terms of design. You're gonna see how many paths there are, and they are a bit redundant. Okay, let me just slaughter this guy here while everybody else is somewhere else. Okay, I thought I was getting a ranged attack like that. Don't lure him too far away, even if it's by accident. The game doesn't care. It's kinda interesting when you don't level into a particular set of weapons. So while I'm still able to use the chakrams right now, they might just be level gated overall instead of having specific sorcery requirements. It just doesn't really work too well because you don't get any of the fancy special attack stuff. Plus 3% physical resistance, elemental resistance, and 1-2 sorcery abilities. That's tempting, but I don't care. Into junk. Those things might actually be really worthwhile, even late game, but I don't know. Also, you might assume it, but you can actually not make any jewelry with blacksmithing or anything. So those things have to be found. I'm just gonna take a potion and be good with it. Okay, love this ability. Nice bit of area control. Crude Elm, Spectre, or Scepter. Yeah, I don't care. Healing Potion, that's something that I do care about. Quite a bit in my current condition. And more loot with a little ambush. The game does it quite often, but it's not really ever getting old. At least not for me. You know that stuff will spawn, so yeah. Doing that because it's greedy and you could theoretically evade it is a nice bit of level design. Here you go. Fire shard. Finally, that might be my first one. But that should open up a few options. And yeah, I could theoretically check if I can just add a few more shards to the... make a few more of those regenerating runes and put them into my shackworms. That would be worthwhile, but I haven't really thought about that too much. For me right now, I'm pretty set on keeping the steel longsword for a while, but the shackworms are kinda come and go. Minor healing potion. Warrior's shackworms. Plus 10 health. I mean, I might need the fire damage right now for opening stuff like what I just did, but besides that, they are not bad. I might even just disassemble them. Who knows? Okay, you know what? I don't think there's going to be anything much more dangerous than this, so let's just get in here. And the small spiders are just going to die in here, so it doesn't matter too much. I might even deactivate this sooner than expected and get a bit of stuff back. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna keep that one around. Boiled leather heal, that's nice. Allows me to make my own one. And here comes Spartan. Let me just get some damage in. The way they are screaming about this. I mean, nobody likes to be set on fire. Except weirdos. Maybe. Okay. Got that one done, and let's talk to him.
Wait, an alpha? By the widow's mercy. Who sent you? Have you word from Canarok?
Yeah, I was sent to find a party. That's a pretty neutral way of saying that.
I'm the only one left. My men and I were ambushed when we entered the cave. It's as if the damn spiders set a trap for us. These spiders are somehow using strategy, tactics. Simple ones, but enough to overwhelm us. I think someone is leading them. It's all over this cave. Footprints, torn webs, but no body. Could be the Bloody Widow for all I know, but Canarok needs to be told.
Yeah. So this is where I made the decision. I can tell him I'm going to kill him, or I can tell him he was betrayed. And you know what? I'm gonna go with this. Garena has betrayed you.
That damn... This whole suicide mission was his idea. Now he tries to have me killed? I need to tell Canarok what has happened here, and deal with Garena. I have to hurry. Speak with me after we reach Canarok.
Yeah.
Speak with me, please.
And stop running away. But I will have to get back to him about that. Ooh, steel checkworms. Actually, better than the ones that I have, so I'm going to equip them. And yeah, I don't know all the stuff that can go into the utility slots, but there's a chance that I could make the other checkworms quite a bit better. And yeah, I mean, just the health regen would be nice. I'm gonna keep that one. Chainmail helm. Not too much better. That's quite a bit better. I'm going to keep that. Energizing rivets. Yeah, that's all important once we get back into the blacksmithing. Crude iron fables. Yeah, those are garbage. 5% damage during daytime. I don't really care about those effects, so into the trash they go. Okay, so I think I have basically unlocked the entire area now. And here's a weird thing. Most of these dungeons, they go into a loop. Maybe there's a separate exit which allows you to get back into the main part of the world from a different angle and all of that. But this one, there are 3 distinct paths. We just found Barton over here, so this one isn't even directional or anything. I could have gone straight into this one, got him and gotten back out, but I took the long path and therefore went around quite a bit. I mean, there's also a bit more loot involved with that, but compared to everything else, this is kind of a wild card in how it's designed. Nothing too weird or crazy, but I don't know. The rest is a bit more similar to each other, a bit formulaic if you wanna call it that. But yeah, anyways, we are out of here. So back to Canarok we go, and that's basically the end of the quest there. Continuing the entire quest line and the story is its own thing, but this one right now is just for one particular reward. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. Ignore it. Oh, loot. Not ignoring that one. Yeah, I just wanna take that stuff. 2 utilities sockets, I mean, nah. If anything, I would be taking the other one. Fire damage. Okay, that's a broken bridge. So we're gonna have to go across the next one. But here we are back in Canarok, so let's talk to Barton again.
For your part in saving me, you have my thanks. And you're welcome to Gossamer End, a house in the village. Billis Ade, the town blacksmith, will make repairs if you need them. For his treachery, I have banished Garena from this town. The widow take him. Enjoy your new home, but do so quickly. If the widow is out there, we must send someone to Castle Yorvin to find out why. Let's move.
Yeah, that continuation for the quest is its own thing. We right now only care about Gossamer End and getting our stuff settled or set down here. So, welcome to our own home. There are a few around the game. I don't know which areas all have homes right now. There's definitely a wiki page about that somewhere. But the important part is they all have a stash. This thing can take 300 items. And this means that we can just remove stuff from our own stash and then later come back to it. So let's not even sort through this. I can do this off screen. But yeah, this is going to be a huge help, especially if I have some items that I would otherwise just be carrying around with me all the time. And especially when it comes to stolen items like this longsword. I cannot sell it right now. I cannot disassemble it because it's a blue item, so I would need to wait until I have the respective level. So yeah, that one can live in the chest right now. Same with this one right here. And there are going to be quite a few others, and they are all going in the chest until I can do something with them. I also know that later down the line there's going to be a quest that needs peasant and townsfolk clothes, so basically just anything made of wool, etc. So any type of fabric. And I can come across them right now. I can steal all of them, but I shouldn't be doing anything with them. So if I check out a lot of towns and find those items, I can now get them and just put them in here. This is really beneficial. And this is also why anybody who plays the game, I would suggest you do what I just did. Go down to Kenarok, accept the first quest from the guy that runs towards you, find the other guy, decide what you want to do with him, kill him, save him, whatever, doesn't matter. You're always going to get this place and it's going to be amazing. Really helps out with the inventory. So yeah, I'll be sorting out the stuff that I have in between episodes, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and bye bye.